In a small village, nestled amidst endless fields of golden wheat, lived a young boy named Arjun. His dreams were as vast as the horizon, stretching far beyond what his eyes could see. While his world was simple, his heart burned with a fire too strong to be contained. Every morning, before the world awoke, he would climb to the top of the nearest hill. As the sun painted the sky with its first light, he would whisper a promise to it. One day he would do something great, something that would make his name echo through time. Life, however, had other plans. It tested him at every turn, throwing obstacles in his path designed to crush his spirit before it could even learn to fly. But Arjun kept moving forward, one determined step at a time. He understood a profound truth. Giving up was a far greater failure than losing. When a drought caused his father's crops to fail, plunging the family into hunger, Arjun didn't despair. He worked from sunrise to sunset under the scorching sun. His hands blistered and his clothes tattered, but his resolve never wavered. Others in the village mocked him. They called him foolish for dreaming while he was struggling just to survive. Arjun would simply smile and continue his work. He knew that dreams weren't a luxury reserved for the wealthy or the fortunate. They were the very lifeblood of those who refused to be defeated by circumstance. While the rest of the village slept, Arjun's day was not yet over. Under the dim glow of an oil lamp, he would study, devouring any scrap of a book he could find. He taught himself things no one else cared to learn, and with each page, his perspective of the world expanded. Slowly but surely, he began to understand that success isn't a sudden gift. It's a gradual growth, born from relentless effort, much like a tiny seed pushing its way through the hardest soil to finally reach the light. When his friends dropped out of school to work in the fields, Arjun made a different choice. He chose to stay, even though it meant walking 10 miles each day, barefoot over dusty, stone-strewn paths. His feet would bleed, but his soul remained unbroken. He believed, with every fiber of his being, that each painful step brought him closer to the life he imagined. Life where he could not only change his own destiny but also inspire others to rise with him. The village elders laughed at his ambition to leave for the city and pursue higher studies. He listened to their doubts, thanked them, and used their words as fuel for his inner fire. Every insult became another brick in the foundation of his unshakable strength. Finally, the day came when he arrived in the city. He had nothing but a small bag of clothes and a heart overflowing with hope. The city was a harsh and unforgiving place, colder than anything he had ever known. He slept on park benches, ate leftover food from restaurants, and took on any odd job he could find just to survive. Yet, even in those darkest moments, he didn't lose sight of his purpose. Every night, he would look up at the stars and repeat the same promise he once made to the rising sun. No matter how dark the night, he would not stop until he shone. Failure became a constant companion, but he chose to embrace it as a teacher, not an enemy. He learned from every mistake, rising stronger and more resilient each time. He knew that perseverance wasn't about never falling down. It was about never, ever staying down. Gradually, his relentless hard work began to pay off. He earned scholarships, found friends who saw the fire in his eyes and believed in his vision, and began to transform his ideas into reality. He started building something meaningful from nothing. But even as his success grew, he never forgot where he came from. He never forgot his village, his parents, or the promises he had made to himself under the morning sun. He came to realize that true greatness isn't about standing above others. It's about lifting others up as you rise. Years later, Arjun returned to his village. He was no longer the poor farmer's son with dusty feet and ambitious dreams. He was a man who had built a successful enterprise that provided jobs for hundreds of people. The same villagers who had once doubted and mocked him now stood in awe, their disbelief replaced with profound admiration. Arjun didn't boast. He didn't seek revenge. He simply smiled and shared the wisdom he had learned. Dreams only die when you stop watering them. His story spread like wildfire, igniting hope in countless hearts that had long given up. It became a testament to the power of the human spirit. When fueled by purpose and persistence, it can move mountains, cross oceans, and transform the harshest struggles into the most beautiful victories. Within every single one of us lies an unbreakable flame. It's a flame that refuses to fade, no matter how fierce the storm. When you learn to protect that flame, to feed it with courage and faith, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Success, Arjun taught everyone, is not measured by what you have, but by how much you've overcome. His life became living proof of this truth. Every challenge carries a hidden blessing. Every failure holds a secret lesson. Every pain is a silent teacher, guiding you toward your ultimate destiny. His legacy lived on, not in wealth or fame, but in the hearts he had set ablaze with inspiration. Long after he was gone, children in that same village would climb the same hill, look to the rising sun, and whisper their own dreams, believing deep down that if a boy like Arjun could rise from nothing, then so could they. The fire of determination never truly dies. It simply waits to be awakened by those brave enough to dream. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more inspiring content. Until next time, keep your flame burning bright.